Welcome to Natural Aesthetics. This is day 3 of week 3, and I wanted to typically show you what I do during this session. Now, it is a little bit different from the first couple of sessions of the week. It's a bit faster paced, so I do tend to go through my exercises a little quicker. I say the duration is similar because I'm doing more exercises. So I'm really looking to put the weight up each week on all of my exercises. Some of the exercises I'm able to use mini plates. I have 0.25 kilo plates, so that really helps on some of the exercises. On the other hand, some of the exercises where I use dumbbells, I can't obviously take the weight up all the time. At the beginning it's different because I'm starting a little bit lighter, so I can kind of see rapid increases, but towards the next few weeks progress will be slower, and I'll no doubt have to maybe increase the reps or add another setting before I can then take the weight up on some of the exercises. Dips are an example where I haven't done these in a long time and I don't feel particularly comfortable for me at the moment. I just feel a little bit niggly, so it's going to take a while for that exercise to come up, but I can continue to improve that week by week. I can use mini plates, 1.25s, 2.5s, etc, to make those 2 sets of 9 possible. However, dumbbell curls, for example, I may not be able to do that. So hitting some front squats, these were actually meant to be on my second session of the week, 3x6. I couldn't fit them in, so I'm doing them during this session, and I just feeling a little uncomfortable in my stomach. So I went for my initial first set of 6 at 125, and it was fairly confident. I just didn't feel comfortable at all, so I racked the weight and then just decided to do some singles, test my strength out. So I did 130, 135 and 140, so it's 4 reps with fairly heavy weight, which is kind of probably a very similar tonnage to 6 reps a little bit lighter. And here I'm just showing you my upper body volume work, so lat pull downs, some shoulder press. The shoulder press machine I think was probably the best way to emulate behind the neck press. They didn't have a rack available that I could use to press from behind the neck, so I used the machine to produce a very similar effect. I'll sometimes give myself a little bit more flexibility during one of my sessions when I'm doing full body, and this session is a little bit lighter, so it makes sense that I can perhaps tweak some exercises around if I want to, but for the most part I really like to be quite rigid with my exercise selection and my exercise order, which is also very important. The first couple of sessions of the week are heavier, so it's even more important for me to do the same exercises in the same order week to week. Just helps with consistency, and you know where you stand, and if you are moving around exercises, it really becomes confusing. Keep track of what's actually getting stronger and what's not. For example, the first session of the week, I might start off with bench press and squats and then chins. The chin-ups last. Let's say, for example, I do 22.5 kilos for 3 sets of 5. The following week, I start the workout with chins, and I'm able to maybe add a couple of kilos onto that. Does it mean that I've got stronger? Well, I don't know, because it's not the same order. I have more energy at the start of the workout. So it's hard to gauge whether you've actually improved your strength on an exercise if you're continuing to move the order of the exercises around. So as a general rule of thumb, I think you should have a few weeks back to back where you're doing exactly the same exercises in exactly the same order to really see progress made in the gym. And then you can maybe move stuff around for the next block of 6 to 8 weeks or so. So I finish up the workout with some arm training. I choose to do some supersets, straight bar curl, immediately followed by rope push down. Now the benefit of supersets is that you can get a large amount of work done in a relatively short period of time because you're not resting between the 2 exercises. The downside is that you're going to be using slightly less weight on the second exercise, so in this case the tricep push downs on the rope are not going to be 100% of what I could do if I was fresh. Make sure that you're mixing up between biceps and triceps to lead. So for example, I'm doing straight bar curl here followed by rope push downs, and then if I wanted to do another superset, I'd perhaps do skull crushers followed by dumbbell curl. So one superset you're starting with biceps, and then the next you're starting with triceps. That way you don't continue to neglect triceps or the second muscle group that you use. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos on natural bodybuilding. If you've got any questions, then just leave a comment in the comment section below or email naturalaesthetic@outlook.com. Stay strong.